for once in my life, doing this for me, to be right in the eyes of Allah.
Hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea.
I remember when y'all said Brittany Renner was capping. Y'all said she couldn't do it. Now it's months later, and it's looking like Brittany Renner has made some significant changes in her life. We're going to talk a little bit about that after this video, but I think Brittany has done it. I think she has given her life over to God. Let's check out this recent video of her talking about why she chose Islam, all right? Like the video and subscribe.
What made you choose Islam? I didn't. I am a human with very limited power and awareness, but I have learned that God selects who he wills for his mercy. So let's start there, for those of you who don't think I'm qualified, okay? A lot of you claim to know my life story, why I do what I do. Well, then you would know that for quite a while I've been suffering. When did you notice that my smile began to look like a strain? And when you noticed, did you reach out? Okay. I've been in search of the truth my whole life, looking for some sort of guidance in the stars, astrology, numerology. But the truth is, the only guidance is God's guidance. And when you don't live for God, you live for others. My life has been a reflection of that. I have profited off my body, beauty, antics, often drunken, giving myself to the world, hoping for something back, wondering why I'm feeling empty, comfortable in my misery because I have known no other way. Mountains were moved in my life. We as humans would call them miracles, but to God, God wills and it is. It's not a miracle. It's another day at the office. At that point, how could I deny the truth? Because when those mountains started being moved, it was only because of prayer and acknowledging our Creator. That was the only difference. Islam is the only religion I've been drawn to. And when I got the call that it was time, I took my Shahada August 5th. Haven't looked back. All I know is utter devotion. So to put the hijab on, to change, it's nothing. Done. Allah has been answering my questions along the way. He called me to this faith for a reason. And I will not question it. You know when people say it would take an act of God? Okay, well, here you have it. And for those of you who are confused, I'm not surprised, because most of you are double-minded. A man who is double-minded is unstable in all his ways. For once in my life, doing this for me, to be right in the eyes of Allah, to die in full submission to Allah when it's time, is my only goal. In whatever stage Allah calls me to, I would be much obliged to take the well of wisdom that I have acquired with me and to do what I've been called to do. Because I have been gifted this platform for a reason and I'm not going anywhere. Okay? Hope that answers some of you guys' questions. And may Allah make it easy for us all.
Now let's look at Brittany's Instagram. Newly transformed Instagram page where she has removed all of her revealing photos. I see a lot of Instagram models in her post and comments congratulating her, saying we love to see it. But also go back to what she said, you know, because a lot of these girls on Instagram, they're friends. And she said, hey, I've been forcing this smile for a long time. And when y'all saw it, who reached out? You know, I think back to that moment with Charleston White, and she said a lot of my antics, sometimes drunken. She was drunk that day when she was doing all of that stuff with Charleston White. And I think we should have saw at that moment, Brittany was going through something. And I don't know Brittany personally, but I feel like ever since she broke up with her baby daddy, she's been kind of struggling, right? And we've seen her, you know, kind of going through the motions, making these videos, talking to the camera, almost like she was venting and trying to get out some of her emotions. And now she's talking to the camera in a different light now, because I think she's more speaking about her her newfound religion and her freedom in her religion, or the freedom that she's found in her religion. And I think that's dope. And look, I saw a lot of people trying to make smart remarks talking about, oh, she's probably doing this for a man. She's trying to get with some rich Saudi billionaire who wants her to put her life in her faith so they could get married. I think I saw Joe Budden make that joke, and I'm not trying to call out Joe Budden, but he wasn't the only person who said stuff like that, right? It was a lot of people who didn't think she would be able to last this long. And I know it's only been about 3 months since August, but to me, I can already see the changes. I think for somebody who has made money in this industry, I think deleting some of those Instagram photos might have been a little difficult. She's still managing to keep her Fashion Nova deal, okay? So she's just kind of wearing more clothing now, but still able to keep that Fashion Nova contract. And I think it's dope that Fashion Nova is still rocking with her, because this is a whole new market that she's appealing to, right? Women of this faith, they've wore the hijab and things of that nature for a long time, and they deserve to have decent clothes too. So I feel like it's a way to change her life, but also make money and be financially stable. I remember when she first started, she was wondering about, how this would work with some of her brand deals. And I'm pretty sure some people wanted her to wear, lingerie and bikinis and tights and stuff like that. But she's making it work with Fashion Nova. She might have lost some other deals, but I think when she said, as I've been going on my journey, God has answered some questions for me, I think that might have been a little of what she was referring to, of just trying to figure out how I'm going to make money in this stage of my life and joining this new religion and needing to make these sacrifices to pledge myself over to God. And look, it's a learning process, but I think as of right now, she's looking good. She looks happy. She looks healthy. She looks stable. And most importantly, as a mother, I think this is a great inspiration to her child. And I'm not even somebody who's going to say she has to live like this for the rest of her life. Sometimes you can do something for a while and pick up some habits from it. And I think even that can be beneficial, right? It's almost like sometimes people become vegetarian and, they might not stay vegetarian for the rest of their lives, but they pick up some of those healthy habits. And obviously religion and diet is totally different things. But, I'm just saying, regardless on whether or not she isn't doing this next year, if she's able to still bring some of the practices along with her throughout her life, I think it will still be beneficial. And for right now, I'm proud of her. And I don't think a lot of people was really looking at her situation and taking into consideration that she might be going through something. I think now, especially with all of these OnlyFans models and Instagram girls, when they go through something, the typical thing is like, oh, you're an OF model, you deserve this. Like that girl who, allegedly caught herpes from that guy. I see a lot of people saying, oh, she's an OnlyFans model, that's what she gets. It's not a lot of empathy in the world anymore, and I get it. People make their own decisions, but at the same time, as society, we should be trying to uplift each other. And I feel like that's what we've gotten away from when it comes to just being human beings. Also, one more thing I want to add. I think when I see a lot of the other Instagram girls loving this for Brittany, I think this might be a little bit of an inspiration to some of those other girls who might be thinking like, look, I'm getting up there in age, and Brittany is still beautiful, but I think a lot of these girls know I can't be like the Instagram model forever. And, you know, there is more to life than making money, being popular, and you can change your platform to do whatever you want to do. It don't just have to be religion. It could be, hey, I don't want to be an IG model no more. I want to paint. You know, I want to act. I want to do music. I want to, look, I don't know. I might want to go into religion. I might want to go back into the church, the Baptist church. It don't have to just be Islam. You know, some people just might want to go back to grandma's church. You know what I mean? So she's showing that it's possible to do so and not be so worried about not only the financial aspect, but just, you know, being able to have a following of people who support you. I think it's a lot of people behind Brittany and they want to see her be successful. So let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think Brittany has really changed? Are you happy for her? Is this inspiring for people out there? Let me know in the comments, like the video, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.